Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. And in today's video, we are going to learn a very important concept. That is a particular keyword which is called as the final keyword. This final keyword you have learned about and heard about is a very important concept. So how we are going to use this final keyword, okay? So firstly, I'll be taking a variable, say num is equal to 45. I have taken a variable over here is equal to 45 and I want to print the value of it. I can print it and definitely it has given me the correct output. Now what I will do, I will simply try to change the value of it, and I have changed the value, and now I will just print it again. If I'm displaying the value again, if you can notice, if it has changed the value, we can say it has overridden it. We can say it has replaced it, right? The value has been updated. Now, if I will apply a keyword final over here with this variable, what we will get? We are getting an error over here, if you can notice, right? What is the error? Let's just try to read out. The final local variable num cannot be assigned. It must be blank and not being using a compound assignment. What does it mean? It means if you are declaring a variable, initializing it and giving and calling it as a final variable, then you are not allowed to reassign a particular value. It means after applying the final keyword, the reassignment of the variable is not allowed. So if you want a particular variable if you are protecting or preventing a particular value of particular variable from getting updated or reassigned, I will repeat the statement again. If you are preventing or if you want to prevent a particular variable to get reassigned from getting reassigned, then you should use the keyword final. Okay, so the very first use of the final keyword is it prevents the reassignment of a variable. Done? Now the second concept. Class test I have created over here, and in this class test I will be using a method. Let us create a method. Display message. So in short, whatsoever message will be passed on over here, I'm just giving it an example, okay? Whatsoever message will be provided or passed on to this method, that message will get displayed, right? So for this, I will be creating an object over here. Test ob is equal to new test ob dot display message. Hello, I will say. I will just execute it. It has been printed. Now there might be chances where two different classes have a relationship of parent and child. What will happen then? If I'm saying that this child class is extending its parent class, test class, it means it might be inheriting its properties, right? For now, there is only one method called as display message. Therefore, it has executed that method. But what if this classes and objects class wanted to change the method definition, or we can say it want to override it? Then what we are going to do? I will simply write message. I will just try to execute that method. Okay, now please have a look. If I'm calling the test class method, definitely it will be executing this message, right? But if I am creating its object, say cob is equal to new cob dot display message, welcome. To whom message it will execute? It will execute this method, right? Let's have a check. See, hello and welcome. But definitely when we are going with the concept of inheritance, we hardly call the methods of your parent class, right? We always create the objects of the child class and then we execute it. Now the question arises, this child class will execute which method? Will it execute this method or will it execute this method? Okay, for that let me just add on something so that we will have a clear vision. Message from test class from, I will say it as child class. Okay, let me just execute it now and let us see. So if we can notice, it has written the message welcome from the child class. It means this object has called the child classes method, right? It means that the method display message from the test class has been overridden from this class, right? Now, because this method has been overridden, what I can use if I do not want this particular method to get overridden? I can use the keyword final over here. If I want to prevent my particular method to get overridden, I can use the keyword final over here. As soon as I have typed the keyword final, there is an error over here. We can check. Cannot override the final method from the test class. So this is how, if you want to prevent your method to get overridden, you can use the keyword final, right? Therefore, it may not allow you to redefine a particular method. See, that's it. That's how we go. Now, the third concept. Here, if you can notice, we have the class test, and this we have another class, classes and objects. This classes and objects is extending this class, right? That means it is inheriting this class. But what? I do not want my particular class to get inherited. In short, I am preventing the concept of inheritance. I want to prevent that concept. What will I do? I will simply write the keyword here as final, okay, to prevent the concept of inheritance. Now, as soon as I have written final over here, an error has been displayed to me. The type classes objects cannot subclass the final test. It means it is saying that the classes object class cannot be the child class of the test class. Why? Because it is a final class. Therefore, overall, if I will say, final keyword is used for number 1 point. If you want to prevent your variable to get reassigned, use final keyword. If you want your particular method not to get overridden, use final keyword. And if you want to prevent your class from getting inherited, use final keyword. Hope you guys understand the whole concept. Thank you very much.